All right, we back for week 7. Yeah, feeling pretty good about it. Let me think. I'm gonna have to. I don't know, some stuff happened at work that was very unnecessary, and I don't know. I don't really feel. Maybe back then, a couple years ago, I would have felt like bad about it, or just would have affected me a little bit more. But I don't know. I don't. For some reason, it's not bugging me as much as I thought it would, but I'm good. I'm glad. But hey, now I can write a song about it, so that's what I'm gonna do. There's no way I know how to spell that. Unarticulary. Unarticulary. I don't. God, I really say it. Inarticulated. Inarticulator. Feels good, to be honest. Feels great that I've been able to get to this point right now where, that would have bugged me. I would have, probably talked to everybody about it after, but it's fine. Finally got to the point where it's fine, and it doesn't matter. It's just work. Maybe that's the way to go, because it's almost like it's not so much as writing like verses and choruses and categorizing that. It's more so thinking of the theme of the song, what it's going to be about, and then just basically journaling your thought on what happened, how you feel, And then I could kind of use this as because honestly, while you write it, you kind of then, in your mind, you're like, oh yeah, that's a good sentence. I could point that out, that kind of goes with that, you kind of essentially write the verses and choruses in your head, what do you want to repeat? Yeah, I think it's almost a little more, how do I put it? More organized that way. More organization of instead of maybe less effort. Let just a little bit more. You're a little bit more at ease instead of like so tense trying to come up with the first line that you're like, okay, and then you build off of that line, but in a more comfortable space instead of like, okay, I gotta write this verse. How does it? The first line, and the second line, third line, fourth line. This is a little bit more. It takes that process and spreads it out and makes it not so heavy. There it is. Drink it in. There's a little dragon. Got a nice soak last night. It's been raining. It's been raining quite a bit. I can't wait to water you during the summer. Every time, for some reason, this window is just filled with spiders during the summer. It's just, it's going to be great to reach my hand out there and water you while spiders are falling on my hands. That's going to be fantastic. Endured or endured? No way I can spell that either. Endured. thought that was gonna help. I don't know. This week I don't think it's a piano song. I have to stick to the guitar, I guess. All right, well, I'm gonna try to write a little bit more structure, a little more, So, all right. Maybe it's best just to sometimes say what's on your mind and instead of keeping it inside, because I'm sure everybody's been there at one point or another where you do that and then it just it eats you alive. Basically it festers and keep pushing it off, and then you somehow convince yourself that it's fine, I won't bring it up, I'll just keep it inside. So I inadvertently let it out on Wednesday at work, and I think I'm surprised that I feel okay about it, because it's what's been one of the things that have been festering, and now it's out. And it feels somewhat liberating. It's like a huge weight that you carry around, and you don't realize it, how heavy and huge it really is until it's out of you. Wow. I haven't felt this feeling or emotion, I don't know if ever. Whew. But man, if you can get it, holy shit. It's unlike anything I've felt. It literally feels so relieving. I don't know if relieving is a word, but relief. Almost on the verge of laughing or something. I don't know. Pure joy, happiness, I guess I'm feeling. I couldn't really tell what it was, but now I'm feeling it all. I am no stranger to keeping things inside. I've been keeping things inside most of my life. Only because, well, the hassle really. What will it bring if I say anything? I've been using that excuse for years. We're getting there. Real close. But this time was different. This time, maybe, I'd say what's on my mind, instead of keeping it locked up inside. Not letting the beast within own my freedom, because best believe, that's a losing game every time. Alright, well, that's pretty good. I need to think, or just clear my mind. But yeah, I'll be back later today. I gotta get outside, walk around. Yeah, thought it was a pretty good session. Couple hours spent, fooling around, coming up with some ideas, and I think honing in on the plot of the song and just everything. So, feeling good. Week 7, feeling good. Yeah, I'll be back later today. Bye for now. Happy Sunday. Yeah, it's good. I had to take a step back yesterday. If I go too hard on it and try to come up with stuff, it becomes this vortex, basically. And it's too much. So I don't know, I'm learning taking steps back and not just like going hard for like 4 hours. I don't know if that's really the way to do it. I think just throughout the day, you know, a couple minutes here and there, you can come up with better things because your mind isn't so jammed with all different ways of writing it. So it was actually kind of nice. I had a nice breather of, you know, going back and forth trying to write it, because honestly the best ideas are the things that come to you right away, on the spot really. So all this like overthinking clouds the mind kind of. So feeling pretty good. I'm basically, yeah, I'm pretty much done. I wrote the chorus, pretty easy. Sometimes it's best to say what's on your mind instead of keeping it locked up inside. Don't let the beast within own your freedom. And either it's gonna be, you best believe it's a losing game every time, or I was thinking, you know, he's nothing but a big bully. Yeah, I think that's pretty, I think I'm gonna do, you best believe it's a losing game every time. Mind, time, I guess it doesn't really rhyme. Instead of keeping it locked up inside, don't let the beast within own your freedom. Because I could say, trust me, it's a losing game every time. Best believe me, it's a losing game every time. You best believe it. You best believe it's a losing game every time. You best believe it's a losing game every time. Don't let the beast within own your freedom. Sometimes it's best to say it's on your mind instead of keeping it locked up inside. Don't let the beast within own your freedom. You best believe it's a losing game every time. Alright, it's Sunday. I was able to complete it. Here it is, week 7. Happy Accident is the title of it. Let's see if I can play it a little bit. Sometimes it's best to say what's on your mind instead of keeping it locked up inside. Don't let the beast within own your freedom. Best believe it's a losing game every time. All right, cool. To conclude week 7, it was pretty good. What did I learn? I'm not sure really. I mean, it's going pretty solid now. I would just say week 6 was like the hardest. So, and I'm gonna stick to that. I think week 6, you know, I was able to get through it, and I think that was the hardest time that I had, and I don't believe it's gonna be harder than that, because that was not good, and I didn't like that. So I think I'm gonna stick with the thought that it's gonna the last couple weeks. What am I got 4 weeks left. 4 weeks left, 4 more songs, and then yeah, we'll see what happens. I think it'll go, you know, I want to say it'll go smoothly. I mean, I could say I don't want to jinx it, but I don't think I'm going to jinx it, because how do you jinx progress? You know, progress is progress. You know, it's not like you can jinx it. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep the thought of week 7 was good, and next week's gonna be fun too. You know, hopefully, you know, something happens at work. I mean, things always happen at work. If nothing like this just happened, that you know, I went head to head with. I didn't go to head with anybody, but you know, I really didn't. I didn't really care. I mean, that's not what I mean. I care, but it's not really that big of a deal. And you know what? I don't know. I don't know anything really. Well, I do. I know stuff, but you know what? Forget it. whatever. I don't know what I'm saying. But yeah, it was good. I don't know, there might be some aftermath of this, of this song and next week or tomorrow. So I would love to, I would love Monday to get the idea right away. I have some backup plans and stuff. Yeah, some backup plans. I got some other stuff written, just ideas and stuff. Yeah, I look forward to it. So, good week 7. Being done. It's awesome. Honestly, it's Sunday. It's like 6 right now, 6 p.m. So, all right, cool. Well, good week it was, and I'll be back next week for week 8. So, but yeah, we got 4 songs left. And I don't know. It feels much more doable now. Getting to this point of just like writing. It's almost like writing is getting a little bit, I guess, easier. I mean, easy can mean a lot of things. So just more, you're just more confident that you could just write it, in a day if you wanted to. I don't really want to do that, or I haven't done that, because I feel like it's better to space it around, basically, because I don't know. I think it's not so hectic if you just keep it spaced out. All right, cool. All right, well, bye for now.
I accidentally poked the bear today. I didn't go looking for trouble. He showed up to our back office door. No good on the spot with words I am. But my guardian angel was there to save me. I suppose only he can speak shark. Sometimes it's best to say what's on your mind instead of keeping it locked up inside. Don't let the beast within own your freedom. Best believe it's a losing game every time. Sometimes it's best to say what's on your mind. I'm that man, I'm not really anything. Sometimes things don't go as planned, but maybe this is what we all needed. We'll call this a happy accident. Sometimes it's best to say what's on your mind instead of keeping it locked up inside. Don't let the beats within own your freedom. Best believe it's a losing game every time. accidentally broke the bed today. Sometimes things don't go as planned, but maybe this is what we all needed. We'll call it a happy accident.